You are tuning in 10-minute bulletin of Binh Phuoc radio, television, and newspaper. I'm the one with the latest news for today. Binh Phuoc focuses on developing cultural industry, mobilizing all resources to complete new style rural area goals. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm meets with Politburo member and Vice President of Cuba. The two Thống nhất reunification trends had a special reunion in Da Nang. In the coming time, Binh Phuoc will focus on identifying and developing sectors and cultural products that carry the province's unique characteristics, leveraging its natural, historical, and cultural advantages. This is a key point in the plan issued recently by the Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee on the development of Vietnam's cultural industry within the province.
The Provincial People's Committee requires special attention to building and completing mechanisms and policies to attract investment, encourage creativity, and facilitate the activities of organizations and businesses operating in the cultural industry sector. The province also requires the local cultural sector to strengthen connections and cooperation with other provinces and cities across the country, to learn from experiences, expand markets, and promote its cultural products. Additionally, there is a need to intensify the organization of cultural, literary, and artistic activities, creating valuable cultural products that enhance the spiritual and cultural life of the local people, while promoting and showcasing the province's outstanding cultural values. Major cultural, sports, and tourism events at national and international level should be organized. Furthermore, the province emphasizes the need to focus on digital transformation and the application of science and technology to improve the effectiveness of cultural industry activities. It also stresses the importance of building, training, and fostering human resources for state management in the field of cultural industries.
In a recent official dispatch, the chairperson of the Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee requested the Department of Agriculture and Environment to accelerate the implementation of the agricultural restructuring plan associated with building new-style rural areas, to develop models of high-tech agriculture, clean agriculture, organic agriculture, circular agriculture, and green agriculture adapted to climate change and environmentally friendly.
The province also requested the agriculture sector to coordinate with the Provincial Cooperative Alliance, other departments and sectors, and the People's Committees of districts, towns, and cities to support agricultural cooperatives in various areas, such as developing material zones, forming agricultural value chain linkages, granting planting and breeding area costs, promoting trade, agricultural insurance, and climate change adaptation. Special priority should be given to helping 17 communes achieve new-style rural standards within the year. The Provincial Cooperative Alliance is tasked with supporting cooperatives to develop effective production and business plans, thereby promoting the collective economic movement, fostering production linkages, and improving farmers' incomes. The People's Committees of districts, towns, and cities are required to intensify the mobilization of resources for the agriculture, farmers, and rural development program, including credit support for farmers.
The Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee had just issued a plan to organize a multi-force firefighting and rescue drill in 2025 with the participation of various forces and vehicles. Through the drill, the province aims to strengthen its readiness to respond to and handle fire and rescue incidents locally, and to encourage public participation in fire prevention, firefighting, and rescue activities following the 4 on-the-spot principles.
The drill is scheduled to take place in the third quarter of this year at Jason Furniture Vietnam Company Limited, Dong Xoài 3 Industrial Park, Tiến Hưng Commune, Dong Xoài City, Asgret Trân Thành Township, Phước Long Town, Bù Đăng District, and Lộc Ninh District. The chairperson of the Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee emphasized that the hypothetical fire scenario in the drill must closely reflect the actual conditions of the facility and locality. Participating units must clearly define their assigned tasks and responsibilities according to the detailed drill scenario to achieve the highest effectiveness.
Moving on to the top stories around the country. On April 30th in Ho Chi Minh City, right after the solemn ceremony marking the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national reunification, April 30th, 1975 to 2025, Party General Secretary of the Communist Parties of Vietnam Central Committee, Tô Lâm, met with Politburo member of the Communist Parties of Cuba, Vice President of the Republic of Cuba, Salvador Valdez Mesa, who were visiting Vietnam to attend the celebration. General Secretary Tô Lâm respectfully extended his regard and gratitude to the leaders of the Cuban party and state for sending a high-ranking delegation to Vietnam to share in the joy with the party, state, and people of Vietnam during these historic April days, especially as the two countries will celebrate the 65th anniversary of their diplomatic relations later this year, December 2nd, 1960 to 2025. The party chief emphasized that the special friendship and cooperation between the two countries are valuable assets that must be reserved and strengthened. He expressed confidence in the leadership of the Communist Party of Cuba and the continued development of the Cuban people in building socialism in the Western Hemisphere. For his part, Vice President of Cuba congratulated Vietnam on successfully organizing the celebration of the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national reunification, highlighting that the April 30th, 1975 victory was a triumph of justice and peace, not only for Vietnam, but also for the Cuban people. The Cuban vice president also expressed confidence in Vietnam's ongoing development under the leadership of the Communist Party of Vietnam. Both sides agreed to continue strengthening cooperation in strategic areas such as rice production, seafood exploitation, renewable energy, and biotechnology while enhancing economic, trade, and investment cooperation for greater effectiveness. On the afternoon of April 30th at Da Nang Station, the Vietnam Railway organized a ceremony to welcome and bid farewell to nearly 900 passengers on the Thống Nhất or reunification north-south train. Among these passengers, 400 passengers disembarked at Da Nang Station, while 500 passengers boarded the train to continue their journey to Hanoi and Saigon Station. These events were held to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national reunification. At 12:40 p.m. at Da Nang Station, passengers on the two trains, SE1 from Hanoi and SE4 from Saigon, met and participated in a special welcoming event. This was part of their journey on the reunification railway line, with half of the journey already completed. The passengers, including both veterans and younger generations, experienced special emotions as they took part in the welcoming event at each location and the atmosphere commemorating the liberation of the South. After the liberation, hundreds of thousands of people overcame hardship to complete the more than 1,700 km long North-South Railway. Over the past 50 years, the North-South Railway has made significant contributions to the country's economic and social development. The reenactment of the reunification trains on this occasion served as a way to continue the epic story of a historical era and the aspirations for the future. We have more news coming up next. Let's take a look. On the evening of April 30th at Đại Đoàn Kết Square in Pleiku City, Gia Lai Province, the Coffee Festival 2025 officially opened with the theme Bazan Goods Across 3 Regions. In addition to coffee industry professionals, the festival attracted a large number of local residents as well as domestic and international visitors. Taking place over 2 days, April 30th and May the 1st, the Gia Lai Coffee Festival 2025 gathered more than 50 coffee stalls and old cup products, along with a variety of activities such as 5 Robusta tasting experiences, roasting and extraction demonstrations, and a Tây Nguyên music night combined with a low-altitude firework display. Gia Lai currently has nearly 99,000 hectares of coffee, primarily Robusta, with an annual production of over 267,000 tons. The festival serves as an opportunity to promote Gia Lai coffee in both domestic and international markets, helping to affirm Gia Lai position on the coffee maps of Vietnam and of the world. On April 30th, amidst the vibrant atmosphere of national pride, Tens of thousands of domestic and international tourists flocked to Hà Giang, the northmost regions of Vietnam, to explore, travel, and experience its beauty. During the April 30th holiday, popular destinations in Hà Giang such as Kilometer Zero Hà Giang, the ancient town of Đồng Văn, Lũng Cú Flag Point, marking the northmost point of Vietnam, the Mã Pí Lèng Pass, and the Vương Mansion were among the top choices for tourists. Long lines of cars and motorbikes stretched along the winding mountain roads, creating a rare bustling scene. With its majestic natural landscapes, unique culture, and the continuous effort of the local authorities and people, Hà Giang is increasingly establishing itself as one of Vietnam's top travel destinations. And that's it for this edition of BPTV News. Thank you very much for your watching, and we will see you next time.